Well, hello and welcome, or welcome back, depending on which order you're watching these in. If you have not watched some of the other videos that I made on vitals and animation, general equipment, circulatory, respiratory, definitely give those a look. Obviously, this patient here is set up specifically as a cirrhosis of the liver and GI bleed patient, but you can set him up in kind of any way you want. So if you wanted this patient to work as a congestive heart failure patient, you could. As an asthma patient, you could. It could be a heart patient. There are all kinds of different ways that you can set this patient up. Because they're a Gen 2 patient, you can put all kinds of cool stuff on them, okay? And that is what really sets these new assets apart. Okay, let's take a look at this patient here. I want to see your tongue there, my friend. So why don't you go ahead and stick your tongue out for me? Oh, looks a little dry. Okay, can you turn it to the, can you stick it out to the left? Okay, can you do it to the right? Yep, okay, great. Okay, so, all right, some of you are probably seeing it. Ooh, I could do some stroke scale stuff here, I think. You sure could, okay? And obviously with this gentleman being a GI bleed, hey, for those of you that are non-medical, just a quick trigger warning, I'm going to make him vomit, okay? And so I'm going to give him bloody vomit. He's a GI bleed, and here we go. Oh boy, that doesn't look, oh my. Okay. Oh, that's a lot too. Oh, how long has that been going on for? Oh, wow. Oh yeah, you're not feeling good, are you? We could also have black, okay? And you know, depending on where that GI bleed is at, oh. Okay. You're not feeling well. All right. Well, we're gonna get you some help here, and of course we could have green, so it's bile, those kind of things. We could also have some changes in his mouth. So again, I'm going to step forward on him here. Now, when you're seeing these in VR, obviously they're a lot more prominent. We are in viewer mode, and you may ask, Bill, why are you in viewer mode? Now, I covered this in other videos as well, but the main reason that I'm in viewer mode is because I'm acting as the instructor or as the facilitator here, okay? And as the instructor or as the facilitator, I highly recommend being in viewer mode rather than VR mode, because you can control everything from here, and then you can leave your VR equipment for your students, or you know, maybe you do go into VR and you're working with them or something like that. You can still control all of that even from VR mode. So you can control it from VR mode, you can control it from viewer mode. You have the same controls in VR mode or in viewer mode. Now obviously some of the things you're not going to be able to pick up when you're in viewer mode, and that is where VR mode really is beneficial. But again, if you are just the facilitator and the students are doing the work, well, then you really don't need to be picking up a whole lot of stuff. So we can have some white patches in his mouth. We can have some ulcers in his mouth. We can have him open his mouth and show his tongue, and you'll actually be able to see those inside there. Okay. Obviously in viewer mode, going to be a little harder to see. Teeth, he could have good teeth, he could have no teeth, or he could have decaying teeth. One of the GI patients that I had really, really horribly decayed teeth, and that, unfortunately that does happen, so you can change that. Stool, it could be black stool, it could be bloody stool. We have it on show. That means he actually is kind of sitting in it right now, poor guy. We should get him out and get him cleaned up. So we can hide that, we can show that. Abdomen, we can have it normal, we can have it distended. Right now it is distended. I will put him back into, let's put him into Fowler's 30 here. Sort of a 30-degree Fowler's, there you go. And you can see his abdomen's a little bit distended. We can also go back, let's take off his, gown here, just the top. Yeah, you can see how his abdomen's a little distended there. And then we can kind of take a look and see what it's like when it's in normal. See, there you go. So normal abdomen. Boy, I wish I had those abs. Normal abdomen, and then there's the distended abdomen. Okay. We can also listen to bowel sounds, and you can change the bowel sounds. So it can be absent, there's hypoactive, there's present, and there's hyperactive. Okay. And when the student grabs the bell of the stethoscope and puts it up to his belly, they will actually hear whatever you have set it to. And you can change that on the fly. You can also turn them on and off if you just want no bowel sounds at the moment and you don't want the student maybe focusing on bowel sounds or something like that. So the Gen 2 patient's really more set up to, can form around whatever scenario you want to put in there. Now, if you're looking for scenarios, we have some scenarios at Acadicus.com. Feel free to use those scenarios. You can also use whatever scenarios you have been using previously, and you can sort of make this fit with those scenarios. I think that's a really great way to go because you already know your scenarios, but those scenarios that are created on there, if there's any questions about them, any concerns, anything, feel free to contact me. You can contact me, just contact Acadicus at Acadicus.com. You send an email, and that email will eventually make its way to me, Bill Ballo. So very happy to have you come to the training. Really appreciate that. And the next one coming up will be skin and subcutaneous tissue. Hey, don't miss it. And if you missed the other ones, it's okay, no problem. Go back, check them out. You will definitely like it. I'm trying to keep these nice and short for you. So thanks for coming, and I'll see you on the next one.